How's it going, Sagittarius? It's Robin here. Welcome, guys, to Aries Fire Tarot. So I'm going to start shuffling the Crystal Visions Tarot card deck, and we're going to look at your House of Money for March 2022. This is your Wealth and Abundance Tarot card reading. We do have the Six of Pentacles that just flew out of the deck here. This is a really good sign of prosperity flowing in and out of your life as well. Okay, so the message that I'm getting here for you guys is stop being afraid of having to spend money, okay? Because there is a constant circulation and a constant flow into your life, and you guys could be a little bit in denial about that. Okay, so let me just pull another card here right over top of it. I felt like there was a little bit of pain involved for you guys when it's time to pay a bill. Really looking at expenses as being a hardship instead of looking at things as like a gratitude that you're able to buy things with the money that you do have right now. And I've got the King of Cups here for you guys. So I do see that there's a lot of emotion involved in spending money. Okay, so I'm seeing where that is kind of a waste of energy for you guys, okay? So there's a calmness that needs to come over you when it comes to spending instead of being tight-fisted a little bit, okay? So because when you are amplifying the energy of having to spend money, it's taking away from the energy of receiving, okay? So this is kind of a deep message, and you maybe want to think about how do you feel when you get a bill to pay, okay? And what is your first reaction on stuff like that? I'm just going to take a sip of water. Hold on. Okay, so I was just continuing to get messages from my spirit guides, and they're kind of saying that this is a learned behavior from somebody in your family, possibly when you were growing up. If there was an energy of never having enough for you guys, it could really just have prospered through your life with this underlying theme. And what have we got here? You've got the Two of Pentacles instead. So it's like, can you focus on this energy and sort of center yourself into how you feel about finance and money and wealth and abundance and attracting things and the ability to be grateful for having any sort of income, and then sort of like dancing with the universe instead of feeling like, well, I don't really want to pay that because of whatever reason. And think about whose voice that is in your head and really learn to unclench your heart when it comes to the balance of money. Like you can see with this Two of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, there is an absolute freedom when it comes to accepting wealth and abundance. Remembering that the Pentacles is the representation of money in your life. And there's just this calm and there's this flow, okay? So I'm really seeing where there's this behavior that was instilled and learned from somebody else. And it could be really dampening your experience and the joy that comes with being able to pay for things, okay? So this is a really deep thing that needs to be unlearned for Sagittarius, okay? So whose voice is that in your head when something comes in? You're like, oh, I don't want to have to pay for that, but do you have the money to pay for that? So what is the problem actually? Okay, so now we have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is somebody that is just so ferocious on her path to accumulating wealth and abundance and comfort and just being completely at ease, okay, with the way that energy flows in and out of your life, okay? So this is really complex for you. I feel like there's something so deep within you that needs to be released. So what was your first experience with money? Do you remember it? Do you remember your parents or whoever it was that raised you and how they felt about money? Like, can you look back through time and sort of release that type of mindset and emotional set, because it does become part of your DNA to a certain extent, and then it can really limit you now, where you really want to be able to just see. This is what it is here. There's this 5 of Cups, okay, and this could revolve around, especially if your parents or whoever was in charge of money in your household, if they were a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody very prevalent in your life that is just so sad about spending money, or like, I wish I hadn't have bought that, or, you know, maybe somebody that was spending way too much money, and then they would have this sort of reaction like guilt or sadness or shame about going and paying for something. This is sort of, I'm getting the word, it's like ricocheting through your life. It's like this bounce back effect that is running through you, where you need to be a little bit more like the Queen of Pentacles, where she understands that everything can be achieved just by wanting it to be done. Okay, so I'm just going to pull one more card here, but there's definitely a need to release any sort of, like, if you feel guilty about splurging on yourself, do you know what I mean? If you really want to get yourself a fancy new pair of shoes, or you want to go and get a manicure, maybe it's not something that the household needs, but you're holding yourself back because of feeling guilty about it. I really don't think these are your emotions. They are learned from somebody else, okay? So this could really be impactful. There's somebody else doing this, okay? There is a voice inside your head that is not your voice, okay? This is the 5 of Swords. This is coming from an external source. And it sort of laid the foundation for how it is that you spend money now, okay? So we've got the 5 of Cups, which is very sad. There is somebody coming in and saying, well, you don't need to spend that money. You're not worthy of it, okay? So this is going to be where you guys kind of need to unravel your historical feelings about wealth and abundance and spending money in what other people would consider to be a frivolous way, but it's not frivolous if it means something to you. So, man, this is going to be huge for you guys to unlearn, and it's going to be really important for the rest of your financial life, okay? So I hope this wasn't too hard to hear, because it can be. So guys, anyway, think about all of that and go a little bit deeper into your financial history and find out who this person was. And now you're mistaking it as your own voice. So you're going to have to release that somehow. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll see you back here next week for another reading. Bye.